All right. Hey, I hope everybody can hear me okay. We've got a little bit of a different setup here tech wise today. So hopefully you'll be able to hear this on the replay. And good morning. My name is Matt Kastner, freelance CEO, and I help designers use their skills, talents, experiences, and passions to build a business that is purposeful and profitable. I want to welcome you today to Monday Momentum here in the office today, getting things kicked off. I've got the coffee, which is a requirement, and hopefully you are prepared to get started this week to make some impact in your business. So today, I'm just going to hopefully share some things with you that can inspire you, that can help motivate you. Because guys, let's just be honest. Being a freelancer, working on your own is hard work and it can be lonely sometimes. And so I want to be your advocate. I want to be your cheerleader. I want to be somebody who's in your corner, somebody who's encouraging you to keep pursuing the dream. I've been a freelancer full time for more than 15 years. I started freelancing when I was in high school and didn't even realize when I was in high school that this was going to be a full time job for me. But it has become one of the best decisions that I've ever made. And the more I talk to people, the more I see people wanting to use their valuable skills and talents and take advantage of opportunities to work for themselves, to make an income, and to achieve possibilities, achieve potential that wasn't available otherwise. I became a freelancer because I wanted two things. I wanted to be able to spend time with my growing family. My kids were very little. And I also wanted to be able to take control of my financial freedom. And I started off as a freelancer and I really didn't know what I was doing. All I knew is that it was something that I wanted to try out. And that was 15 years ago, before there was social media, before there was, YouTube and so many different things that are great resources for us now. I was kind of learning the hard way. And so today I am here to simply be a friend. I'm here to simply be a trusted partner, someone who can help you along this road and your freelance journey. So, welcome. I'm glad to have you here today. I am in broadcasting now, I think, in a couple of different social platforms. So whether you're watching on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, I just want to say welcome. If you have a question, please feel free to drop it in the chat. I think I'll be able to see it. If not, I will definitely get through after the live feed is over, and I will answer any questions that you have. But I do want to make sure that I mention this first off. Starting next Monday at 8 a.m. Central, I am doing my first ever coaching week. And coaching week is going to be a daily lesson that I'm going to teach at 8 a.m. Central, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. And I'm going to be sharing with you tips and strategies and lessons that I've learned over my 15 year of being a full-time freelancer. I'm going to show you some of the things that I've learned that have helped me build stable foundation, a way to build business that is solid and predictable. As freelancers, we live in this. It's a feast or famine cycle a lot of times, and we're trying to get jobs. My strategy is to build a business that's stable. I want you to become a business owner that treats your business like a business. Okay. I know how stressful it can be to be a freelancer, and I want to help you get through that and get past that to a point where you've actually got real freedom and less stress and overwhelm in your life, wondering where the next job's going to come from, wondering if the client's going to pay the bill. Those are things that we have to go and get through to find success. Good morning, Keith. I appreciate you being here. And you're welcome. Yeah, I wanted to. I feel like I have this wisdom. It's just lessons that I've learned that I want to share with people. And so thank you for joining me this morning, Keith, there in Oklahoma. Glad to have you with me. Keith is a part of my Academy and Accelerator, which is a paid group that I have for designers. And Keith's just been an amazing member, and just love to see the growth and the progress that you're making, Keith. Way to go. So anyway, going back to coaching week, it's next week. And if you are interested, I'd love to get you involved. It is free for you. And here is the link if you'd love to get signed up for it. I'd love to have you with me. It's going to be once a day. There will be a replay. However, the replays are only going to be available inside the Freelance CEO community, which is a heartbeat community that I've created with designers from around the world. And if you want to get access to those replays, just go to freelanceceo.com/join. That'll get you inside the Heartbeat community. It's free to join. Come in and be a part of the community with many other designers. We'd love to have you. If you're interested in Coaching Week, you can go to freelanceceo.com/coaching-week. You can get signed up. I'll be giving you information. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the sessions that are going to be happening during Coaching Week. But before that, I want to share with you a really quick tip. And this comes from the podcast that I just launched this morning. And in the podcast, I talk about a client interview that I had. And in that client interview, I found out that the client's budget was $1.2 million for a year for their advertising. And I'll part of what I share in the podcast was just that it kind of hit me off guard. I don't normally work with clients that have that large of a budget. I mean, why wouldn't you? But the thing is, I learned some pretty important lessons, and I share in the podcast how I was able to win this client. And I didn't even crack open my portfolio. And I talk you step by step how I went through this client interview. And I talk about what I did and specifically what I didn't do to get the trust of the client. And so what I want to share this morning is one really important secret to being a successful freelancer. And it took me a while to learn this, guys, but at the end of the day, if we are going to be freelance business owners, we have to be an expert in something. Okay. There has to be some area where we have a high level expertise. Okay. That's why people hire us. They hire us for that knowledge, for that wisdom, for that experience. And we have to be an expert in something. Okay. We have to have done something long enough that we have become an expert at it. We can almost do it without thinking. We can almost do it in our sleep. Okay. That's an important key to being a successful freelancer. But I'm going to share with you that it's not enough. Okay. It's important that you are an expert, and it's important that people know that you're an expert. But the one thing that trips a lot of people up is people don't get out of their 9-to-5 mentality. If you've worked in a job before becoming a freelancer, you're used to being on a salary. You're used to working for a supervisor. You're used to taking orders. Okay. You're used to getting your work handed to you and you just do it, right? You're not too concerned necessarily about the income or about the outcome or how you really fit into the bigger piece. You're there to do a job and you do your job, right? Becoming a freelancer, we have to shift our mindset. We have to really assume that we are, number one, we're not an order taker, we're an expert. And we are there to serve a business in a very specific, very detailed capacity. And it revolves around the experience that we have. Now, this is where it gets really critical. Okay. When you engage with a client, you need to understand what is at stake for that client. Okay. They are coming to you because they have a problem, a goal, or something that they need done. Okay. It's something that they can't do on their own. They don't have the time or they don't have the experience. They don't want to try to figure it out themselves, but they have something and they need our expertise to get it done. Now, what we need to be concerned about is not necessarily just the job, but it's the results that we get by working for the client. Because at the end of the day, that's what the business owner is paying for. They're paying for results. They're paying for an outcome. When they say they want a new logo, what are they really saying? They want more business. They want to be proud of their company's image. They want to be able to promote that new brand with confidence. They want it to stand out against the competition. They want it to help to build their business, which is more sales, more customers, more exposure, better positioning. Okay. Those are the things that the customer really wants. Same thing with the website, same thing with a catalog, a business card, whatever it is we're designing for that customer. There is a goal. So I want you to find out what that goal is. What is the underlying motive that a business owner has for engaging with you? It's not just to create the thing. We can create all day long. Okay. It's getting the result that, number one, is going to make the customer happy. Okay. If you give them a product that is going to help them grow their business and you can measure that, then you're going to have a client for life, because they're going to come back to you every time they want assistance in growing their business, whether it's marketing, creative design, print design, graphic design, web strategy, email marketing, whatever it could be. Okay. If you're able to help them get a bigger bottom line and get to the goals that they're really looking for, you're going to have a client for life. Okay. You will not have to keep looking for clients. They will become attached to you. They will trust you. Okay. That's so important. And in the Upwork culture, everything is throwaway. Okay. People spend $5, $10 here, and guys, don't get caught in that. Okay. That is like a race to the bottom of the pricing barrel. And the customers that are really looking for a cheap solution, their business isn't probably very good to start with. Okay. You want someone who is serious about business, someone who's serious about making an investment, but then that puts the ownership on us to deliver those results. Okay. Tori just put a comment in here. Thanks for asking that, Corey. What if you're just starting out? Okay. So great question. What are you doing if you're just starting out? So Tori, what I want you to do, I want you to make a list of the skills that you do have. Okay. Now you may not have had those skills for very long, but what are the skills that you're trying to grow? Okay. So make a list of those. And your expertise is going to grow with repetition. Okay. But if you already have a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of expertise in an area, places where you want to grow, then mark that down. Okay. Put that down on a piece of paper. And then right next to that, I want you to create another column. And above that column, I want you to title it Problems That I Can Solve with This Skill. Okay. So creating a logo is something that, I don't know what your skill set is, and I'll hopefully learn that from you here pretty shortly. But you want to look at those skills that you have, and then look at what business problems you can solve with those skills. Okay. So if you're just getting started out, you're probably figuring out a few things. Okay. But what do those things that you're doing right now, what business problems do they solve? And I'm going to tell you right now, this would be a great question to drop inside the Heartbeat community, the freelance CEO community, because I know that some of the Academy members and some of the Accelerator members would jump all over this, because we've covered this inside the Academy, inside the Accelerator, and especially if you're a new freelancer, if you can get crystal clear on what your expertise is, or what you're trying to grow as your expertise, and the business problems you can solve, you're going to be so much farther ahead of the game than even some people that have amazing experience. Okay. Because when you can craft your unique positioning statement, your expert positioning statement, in a way that the customer can understand what the value and benefit is by working with you, you're going to find yourself getting clients much easier. And you're going to find yourself bridging the gap and making trustful relationships with those new clients even better. Okay. All right. So I appreciate that question, because honestly, when I was getting started as a freelancer, Tori, all I was doing was the thing. I was just designing. I had my portfolio, which showed everything that I could do, but I wasn't asking myself that critical question: what business problems am I really solving for the client? I could have made a lot better money and could have found a lot better clients a lot earlier on if I would have really focused on that. That really is what separates you from the Fiverr crowd. That separates you from the Upwork crowd. It's being crystal clear on the business problems that you can solve with whatever specific skill set that you have. And going back to this interview that I had with a client that I just did in the most recent podcast, I listened. That's probably what I'm going to share with you next. When you get into a client engagement, don't think about how you're going to position yourself yet. Listen to them. They will tell you, if you will listen, what their problems are. And I would tell you to write down those problems in copious notes. Take some notes while you're listening to this customer talk about what's not working. Okay, what they really want, because that is the patient coming into the doctor's office saying, my elbow hurts, I have a headache, my arm's broken. Okay, they're telling you what the problems are, and then you, as the expert, you are the doctor, you're going to prescribe through your skills. You're going to prescribe a solution that's going to help fix their problem. And when you can do that, when you can listen to them, when you can get to the heart of the matter, what's really keeping them up at night, what is really bugging them, and what goals they really, really have, and you can speak to that as an expert and show how your skills and talents, experiences, and passions can come into play with that customer, you're going to create a trusted relationship, and it's going to be easy to sell. So anyway, I'm sharing a lot of things that are in that podcast. Go check it out. It's available right now, and I would encourage you to take some notes from that. But I think that what I wanted to share today is you have experience, you have skills and talents that are so valuable. But the most important thing about what you know are the business problems that you can solve and the results that you can get for your customers. I'm going to be talking about some of this during the coaching week next week, and I want to invite you to come along. And I'm going to show you some of these little tips and tricks that I've used in my business now for over 15 years, that I've used to build a stable and profitable freelance design business. And I want to share those with you too. All right. Last thing that I'm going to share is, if you get inside my freelance CEO community, I'm going to be sharing some things that I probably won't be sharing here out in public, but it's going to be with some inside information about how you can get into my academy and accelerator. And you're going to be hearing me talk about that, the rest of this week and all of next week, because I'm going to be opening up enrollment. I haven't opened up enrollment for my academy or accelerator since last August. Okay, I don't have an open enrollment. I only open it up a certain number of times during the year, and during coaching week is going to be when I open up enrollment. So if you're looking for some additional help, if you're looking for a community of amazing designers, if you're looking to shave some time off the learning curve, if you're looking to get some insight, get some mentorship, get some coaching from me, then it's going to be an opportunity I hope you take advantage of. All right. So for today, I just want to say thank you for joining me. I hope you make it a profitable week, and I hope to see you in coaching week next week. So for now, I hope you have an amazing week, and I hope that you can be all that you've been created to be. All right. We will talk to you very soon. Take care.